So this is the cooker that I made, and I just wanted to go over it a little bit. The door to the firebox. I imagine putting the kindling in here and then dropping the bigger wood right down in through there. So it's got a flat spot up here for putting like a frying pan on or something that you want to do some skillet work. Little lid for opening. You can put a pot. This is a 6-inch diameter. You can put a pot right there and make a stew, boil up water, do whatever you want. I've got a bale I made for carrying it around. There's the bottom of it. So, yeah. That's what it looks like, so let's go put a fire in it. Made these fire starters out of old socks. Just tore them up and cut them up into pieces and then filled them with wax. And probably can't do this with one hand. Just tear one off. And tear one off and throw it in the firebox. I'll put 4 big pieces of kindling. That's what I usually use for other fire starters. We'll see what happens here. Let's see if I can light the we'll come back and see if it gets going. I got my infrared thermometer out, and let's see, it's the wall's 42 degrees. Got 190. 170 on the 160, 156. $246 on the hot plate. Certainly hot enough to cook some bacon. And that's just with 4 sticks of kindling. Yeah, I think this is interesting. Let's see, I don't know that. Got a lot of glare. So we'll start out on the workbench, 45, go over to the leg and go up the leg, 56, 80, 90, on 100 here, 120, 163, 190, 198 to the rim, 200, 300 into the flame. Yeah, this shows my flame at being 585. So I just ran the temperature gauge on it. From here to here inside the cone is like the hottest section. It's like 300 and some degrees. This is much cooler. The steel underneath here is around 120 degrees. The fire burns more robustly with the lid open. When it's closed, it slows down the airflow. I think that the base could be a little bit heavier because when you flip this back and just let it go, the stove tends to go backwards a little bit. So the bottom could be heavier. That's with just the wax and the 4 sticks. So the fire is almost dead, and it's interesting, I just ran the thermometer over the side and it's still running around 120 to 100 degrees. Seeing if I can try to paint it maybe. See, there's not much left in there. I'm going to try using Krylon high heat silver, and it says use 50 degrees or 50% humidity, something like that. So we'll see. No big deal. Well, for what it's worth, I sprayed it. Still has coals in it. So we'll see if it dries and sticks. If it doesn't, no big deal. Let me know if I missed a spot. I bet the inside under the legs is where I missed. Tried getting that. You can see I could get that in. And that side a little bit too. Looks better with a coat of paint on it. That's how much ash is left over from those 4 sticks. Not much. Give it a day to dry, and then I'll try it with another fire and see what happens to the paint. So the batteries are dying again. Okay. 130 degrees.